Hello everyone. I understand each class period was a bit different, but I know each class period had questions that we were not able to cover in class, and so I just wanted to go through the odds of the last 2 pages of your assignment, just kind of help you out a little bit. So starting with the second page here, something that we just need to know is that here we have an angle bisector, which I know because each angle is congruent. And there's the angle bisector theorem, which says if you have an angle bisector in a triangle, then if I was to label this as like triangle A, B, C, and this point D, then basically I have AB is proportional to AC, and then BD is proportional to CD. So what that looks like is, here are 2 corresponding proportional segments, and here are 2 corresponding proportional segments. So I know that 10 over x equals 6 over 3, which for those to be the same, I know x equals 5. And that's all it takes. So we're going to use that same kind of information down here, where here, remember, it starts from the angle bisector and then it goes out. So I know 10 over 5 equals, then 4 over whatever that piece is. Well, we're trying to solve for x, but I have a feeling that you probably already know what this piece is. Ready, everyone? It is 2, because, those have to be equivalent. So if I know that piece is 2, and this full thing is 2x minus 10, well, how much do you know 2x minus 10 is? Bam! You probably got that already. And you can solve for x from there. Same thing down here, corresponding pieces. 10 over 5 equals 6 over 2x minus 11. And you can just cross multiply that thing. So that's angle bisector theorem. It's really not terrible. Right triangles. This is the fun one. All right, so what we all talked about last time is that I have 3 similar triangles going on. We got the big one, we got the medium-sized one, and we got the small one. So just so everyone knows, when I'm talking about a triangle, I'm going to call this the base, I'm going to call this the height, and I'm going to call this the hypotenuse. The hypotenuse is always opposite the right angle, and the base is usually the smallest piece. At least for this particular setup, I'm going to call the base the smallest piece. So I'm just going to start labeling what I know, and I kind of do it just by tracing. So I start with the big one, or see, the base is 135. See, if I was to turn it that way, there's my big triangle. There's the base. So the base is 135, my hypotenuse is x, and I do not know the height, and that's okay. Now I'm going to go to my small triangle, where I see the hypotenuse is 135, and for it to be this way, all I'd have to do is take it and reflect it, just flip it over, and so then it would be 81. And I could go on to try and label that's the small triangle, for the record. I labeled the wrong one. Not that it ends up really mattering, because I just need 3 triangles that are labeled. Anyway, I could go on to label the medium one, but I already have all the information I need to solve for x, because I have my corresponding parts, x in 135 and 135 and 81. And I can just cross multiply from there. One question I get is, how do I know which one's base, which one's height? Well, something that helps me is no dimension in one triangle is going to be the same dimension of another triangle. So for example, this 135 was the base of the big one. It would not also be the base of the small one. You have the hypotenuse. And so those are kind of things to help you out. If I look at the next one, all right, well, I start big, go big or go home. I got x. Small, base is 25, height is 60, my medium, I got 60. Well, that's all I have. And so it's like, well, what do I do now? Because I don't have the 2 sets of corresponding sides. Well, this piece here, this height of the medium triangle. If I know the whole piece is x, but that section is 25, then I know, oh, well this is just the whole piece minus the section I already know. So I got x minus 25 over here. And now I have my two sets. And we can cross multiply from there. Hope that was helpful for you.